Mono Black Devotion. So this is a mono black themed deck. Trying out some cards in the deck. So basically what we want to try to do is use Grey Merchant of Asphodel to drain out our opponent and establish a board state of a lot of devotion. You also have stuff like Ayara that rewards you for black creatures entering the battlefield. And then really the deck, we have ways to get back stuff from the graveyard. In Malakir's Rebirth is kind of a cheeky way when stuff dies, you can get them back, as well as 3 copies of Agadeem's Awakening. And the rest of the deck, so you have like Archfiend's Vessel. When it comes back, it becomes a 5/5. The Serrated Scorpions, they deal damage and give you life. You also have like Nightmare Shepherd when things die to come back. Removal, you have Bloodchief's Thirst, some Mire Tritons fill the yard, some Recursive Threats and Skyclave's Shade, some Timerettes to eat your opponent's graveyards, 1 Elspeth's Nightmare, kind of just a flexible card. Does a whole bunch. It's removal, discard, and exile in 1 shot. Nighthawk Scavengers, testing these out, they were pretty good at just going over the top in some games. Ayara's Luris gets back all these things as well, so some synergy there. So non-companion Luris. The Nightmare Shepherd's Rankle is just another good threat to like attack over the top. And then mana base, you have some castles to draw cards, as well as the Crawling Baron. Actually, I need to get this up on Stream Decker, but I did want to add 1 more Malakir's Rebirth. Okay, sideboard-wise, some Duress and Agonizing Remorse when we need to face more controlling matchups. Soul Guide for your opponent's graveyards. Heartless Axe is removal, another Elspeth's Nightmare. Some Murderous Riders, and the Liliana for like the slower decks when you want to attack their hand. The ultimate also gets back stuff from our graveyard. So quite a bit of synergy with this deck. You can kind of like chip at your opponent, get some value. Really what we want to try to avoid is extinction events. I tested this one once before. Opponent went triple extinction event 3 turns in a row against me. So it gets rid of a lot of our ability to play if our opponent just steals and exiles everything. So let's get a game going. I'm going to get this up on Stream Decker. Alright. There's the deck. Sounds like otherwise pretty good. I think we keep. Like, I can shock and take a chance. I think we just have this come into play tapped. I can do most of my turn this way. Temple can be a couple decks. There is like the Izzet deck. Okay, so not too bad. I think we go the Shade here. Because next turn I could play a land and then cast the Shade again from the graveyard if they have removal. This also puts the most pressure on them. Probably going to hold off on the Scavenger. Okay, Adventure. They probably don't. They had the Spikefield Hazard too. That feels bad. I think we wait on the Scavenger a turn. I was hoping to hit something off this. So Adventure is going to be really rough. Brazen Borrower just bouncing our whole board. The card I did forget, and we'll see if it's relevant, is Feed the Swarm, the black enchantment removal. You may want to put that in the sideboard. Isaac Otis, thanks for the follow. Sorry, I missed that. We just keep playing out stuff. We can start drawing cards too, which is nice. This can't get stomped yet, but if they have Brazen Borrow, tempo-wise, it feels pretty bad. This might just be Edgewall and Lovestruck. Draws him some cards. Heavy Landlord. So here I'll probably throw out the block. Because worst case, if I just keep drawing lands, I can Agadeem's Awakening. Main board, they don't really have ways to gain life. I'm also going to be taking 3 from drawing a card here. What do you got with Fae? It's probably going to be a removal spell for the Nighthawk. Something like Scorching Dragonfire or the Fight effect. Actually, Primal Might's not that good because it fights. Let's see what they get, and then I'll decide if I'm going to use this Agadeem's or not. Yeah, Dragonfire. Okay, so we'll probably use that then. Like, could we maybe just not continuously draw lands? Would be super cool. Mire Trident will hopefully... Okay, so we got Gary, but we're some number of lines away. So they'll probably Dragonfire this. My Mire Trident can block Lovestruck at least now. Second Lovestruck. Definitely trade there. Okay, so that's actually nice because it gives us, I can make it a 5/5 on the way back. So then I could get Mire. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to probably wait till I could get the 5th land to also have Grey Merchant come back. So this will likely be another Edgewall and then stomp one of my things. Nope. Just Fae to draw more cards. They might Fae for like negate. That's a good draw. Now I kind of want to land. Just to get back Grey Merchant in the yard. Rankle doesn't do much here either, just because it's Fae of Wishes. Okay, they got their Clover, so they can stomp 2 things here. Alright. Land one time. One time land. I think it's a land. You, and so you become a 5/5. You kind of force them that they can't block. Let's just go Scorpion here. Exacxies. All right. In this matchup, Elspeth's Nightmare, some Heartless Axe, some Murderous Riders. I don't think I want Liliana. Is Nightmare even good? No. Timerette's pretty garbage. Luris, okay. The Shade seems pretty bad as well. They have a lot of like 1/1s and stuff. I think we just run it like this. Yeah, I like Agadim a lot. I wouldn't play more than 3, I think, just because like we flooded pretty hard there to actually be able to go 8 mana. Here we're gonna have to use one of these Agadims. Yeah, power wise it's probably the best. I've actually liked the flexibility a lot of the red one. Alright, well, this game's gonna go much, much worse with the turn 2 Lucky Clover. I'm very excited to either get double stomped or double petty theft. The green one's also really good. I'm playing it, so I'm playing 4-color Omnath and Historic, so I have it as a 1-of, and just having like a land that can also just be like 2 removal spells. And this is the point where I can basically never attack in. So I think we do this. Play this tapped. No attacks. Play this. The mouse for, I think these were the Year of the Rat ones. So like I can shock to do the Nightmare Shepherd next turn, which isn't terrible, but it's really bad against like Brazen Borrower bounces. It does work nice with the Archfiend's Vessel, because if it dies then it comes back and then it gets exiled. Alright, what are we getting? Scorching Dragonfire, Ugin, Escape to the Wilds, Shadow Sphere. That'll be decent. Well, they're pretty live. Like a land draws them into most of the rest of their deck. I'm gonna hold this turn because a land next turn lets me Grey Merchant for a lot. Yikes. top decks. I wanted that card opponent. So they didn't hit land. We've also lost both of these and have 2 Agadeems. Gonna get rid of Lotus Cobra. It does the most busted things if they hit a land. Gonna hold the Nightmare Shepherd in case they do get something bigger or just counters. Okay, they got the land. So the question here, they Shadow Sphere. Does this get first strike or just trample? Trample and lifelink. So I think what I want them to do here is go to equipped, go to attacks. Ah. That was a good draw from them. And then I'll kill it in response. That was a very good draw. Okay, just go another Love Struck Beast here. They have land, they can go this and give it trample. Okay, we need to set up here for this Gray Merchant. Ooh, they're drawing cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're draining them for. Drain them for 9. I do think we do this still. Oh, okay. We might be able to get them with this next turn. Because I figure they go Beanstalk Giant this turn. No, just escape. Okay, so let's hope they don't Bone Crusher this turn. We drain him for 8. So my guess is they probably Scorching Dragonfire the Archfiend's Vessel. Let's see what they target here. I just go face. That's fine. bunch of cards. This is without Brazen Borrower as well. So we know they have at least one here. They're basically gaining back that same amount of life, but it's a good fog for me. Need to find some removal. Rankle doesn't really do much here. Probably don't want Rankle in this matchup. Gets hit by most things. Second Gray Merchant drains for 8. More lands. More lands. Q. So we'll wait for them to go to attacks here. I have the Heartless Act ready. This giant actually scares me a lot. Wow. Oh, I thought they'd play 2 giants out on the same turn. I don't think I can get this one. The Shadow Sphere is like kept them in it, just gaining like 5 life plus per turn. Yet to see an Ayara in any of our games. Guess we Heartless, hope to draw another Gary. This just bounces my whole board. I'm basically dead. Let's see what we draw. Yeah. I'm just like the tempo lost. They have this Beanstalk Giant. They're going to be able to give it trample. I still don't think the Agonizing Remorses are where we want to be at. Maybe Liliana instead of the Rankles. Can see that being relevant. Let's just play it like this. Let's hope they don't have the turn 2. Thank you, thank you. Alright, this hand's... Need to hit a couple lands, but... We have 2 draws to get to 3 lands. This Mire Trident 100% will mill over 2 lands as always. Perfect. Curves. Let's go. Malakir's Rebirth. We got a Gary in the yard. Go Yara. Then play Nighthawk Scavenger. Thirst is nice as well. Let's hope no Bone Crusher. No Bone Crusher. Actually, yeah, Brazen's annoying, but like... They just go Beanstalk, so they can still Bone Crusher stuff. Thing is, they probably do a Yara. If they let us untap, then I can sack whatever they... That bodes well for us. So, let's see what they do here. Your move, Yugi boy. So they have something, because like they're holding... Okay, they just go Bone Crusher there. I'm going to let him target it the second time. And then this will fizzle the spell. So they don't get it there. Because if we sacked it on the first one, their second choice, they would just pick like Mire Trident or something. Okay. It bodes well if they're cycling a Trinome. They're looking for some action. Oh, you know what card we need in this deck? I forgot it exists. Fiend Artisan. I didn't have my filters on for hybrid. So we're going to add Fiend Artisan in after this. That's an obvious one we missed. Bounce. Bounce. Tempo is annoying. Especially when we're not drawing lands. Can't believe I missed Fiend Artisan. I think what we cut are the Serrated Scorpions and play Fiend Artisan. Alright, so make a bunch of 1/1s. Probably play this out as a 5/5. So you in your graveyard. So I only have 3 cards. Actually, Luris can be cheeky afterwards. So like I kind of want to hold this up in case they have an effect to screw it up. But I kind of want to hit a land. I think we just wait. Have this die, hopefully hit a land. I'm going to sack one of these at the end step regardless. Because I want to be able to Luris and get that. Okay, they're digging. Opponent is digging. So, planning on doing that anyways. Let's say 5 points of damage. Where are my lands? There are my lands. This is interesting. But I think we just go Luris here. Get back Archfiend. Pass turn. We're in a pretty good spot here. Hand's literally 3 removal spells. This Ayara. This is basically what we want to keep alive. Ayara should be enough next turn. Okay, I get Bone Crusher back. So the Bone Crusher is an interesting line here because they need to get a Yara off, but then I can just sack this and then get it back with Luris as another 5/5. So I think we do that. If we had 1 more mana to be able to protect it with the Rebirth. So they're dead. Sick. Give me 1 sec and we'll fire up another game. Go downstairs. Go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Alright. That was actually a really good win for us. Let's add the Fiend Artisans in. Try that out like that. My dog has mild arthritis in her hips, so 2 flights of stairs is a little daunting for her at times. Fiend Artisan gives us more ways to find our bigger things. It also scales really well late game. Let's go standard play. We'll run this for 1 more. That game, the adventure deck is always a longer game. Been quite impressed thus far with both the decks we've played today. Keeps. Okay. So, I think we really want to prioritize curving out this game, so I'm just going to play the Rebirth. This deck's going to have a lot of removal if it's... These are awful in this matchup. This is either Sultai or the Dimir 8-Shark deck. Sultai. Spoke too soon. I think taking him off mana is relevant here. I can go Fiend Artisan next turn. Play this tapped. Or if we just keep drawing lands. I ideally want to keep this for as long as possible. Elder Gargothian. Kick it. Let's kick it. How is the Sultai deck of all removal just playing? Are you kidding me? Wow. Pure gasoline. They went threat. Taking this hit. Bow rankle. Wow. So I can Mire Triton. Play out Luris. Protect Luris. Take the 3 here. Uro. So I probably block with Mire Trade in here so I can recast it. Okay, if that's not what they're gonna do. go get another copy of Rankle here. More removal. Give him the oops. Make it seem like we forgot to cast Mire Trident. I think this game's just protecting Luris at this point. Actually wouldn't mind another creature just so then I can go get Nightmare Shepherd. Oh, actually I can do that. Okay, I got Luris, or Uro. It's fine, I'll have the Mire Trident. Does Gray Merchant do enough here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's fine. These three things are going to be annoying. Like, they're taking a lot of cards off our library. Okay. QQ. So we gain a lot there. I would love to just hold this up as like a protection. I think we try to draw a land here. Cool. This lets me block Uro and then drain him for another 8. Heartless Act. I think we protect there. Maybe I should have held Agadim, but no, they just... Too much removal. Hey, Master Chief. I'm like fairly... Actually, let me just sideboard and then I'll offer some feedback. So, want the lilies, want that. Probably want Murderous Riders. The Nightmare, it deals with... Bloodchief Thirst can deal with the other stuff. Probably want Duresses as well. Coming out. So Scavengers can go over the top, but they die to most things. Timerette can hit the graveyard. Shade's not bad. Rankle's like hasty. Shepherd probably isn't that good. They're playing an Extinction Event. I'm going to get rid of these two. Ayara can drain a bit. Luris is fine. Trima Fiend Artisan. Honestly, don't think Shade's that great. Probably going to cut the Shades. Nightmare exiles graveyards. I have the Murderous Riders. Trima Murderous Rider. So they'll probably bring in Scavenging Goose. So it's something to consider. Okay, let's run it like this. Mr. Fuma, mono white was actually really good. We went 3-1 with it. Sideboard probably needs some work, but I was actually quite pleasantly surprised with the main board. Bans. This hand does nothing. Yeah, we're probably good with this hand. Putting away a card. I think it's the Blood Chief's Thirst. Hope they don't have ooze. I think Uro for sure. I would like to see Ugin go. I doubt they're going to ban Omnath, but who knows? How about yourself? What do you think? I think like it's pretty much a given, Uro. So there's the Star City tournament that's going on right now. 59% of the deck lists are 4-color Omnath, and 74% of the deck lists have Uro in it. Okay, I have the dispute. The thing is with Ugin, it just like ruins your entire, like anything we achieve in the games just gets invalidated. So it pretty much pushes out all forms of mid-range or aggro. Oh, I was really hoping for a line there. Alright, let's dodge Extinction Event. They could do like Genesis Ultimatum, but like that deck's just nutty. I was playing it in Historic, and okay, so we are getting Gargaroth next turn, and I cannot beat that. We missed lines too many turns. Yeah, like, sorry, saying. I turn 6 triple ultimatumed. Yeah, like, that standard was okay. What are lands? I don't think we beat this now. Like, I need Heartless Act or Murderous Rider. Or, sorry. No, I can't even. I didn't bring in the Heartless Axe. One of Murderous Rider or land into thing. But I don't think it's enough. Okay. There's my land. You got counter? Alright. We're done here, folks. Yeah, that was a little too much. So I do think the variant with Fiend Artisan is better. I'm going to get rid of these shades. They were awful. So I'll update both these lists, the mono white deck we played and this list. Let's go Scorpion. Or I actually kind of liked, so what are we playing? 18, 19, 19. I think we do want another land. And then we can play one more card main, so we can either go another Rankle, which I think I'd like. It offered a lot of flexibility in a lot of those games. Or we can play one Liliana main and a full package of Heartless Axe on the side. Actually, let's play one Call of the Death Dwellers. because Elspeth's Nightmare doesn't do enough. So Call gets back all of this, which is really nice. So it just kind of plays more into that synergy. Yeah, let's do this. I think this is where we stay on this one here. Alrighty, so this was the mono white deck that we played as well. 3-in-1 with this one, 1-in-1 with the mono black. I'll probably run some more of the mono black next stream as well. Just testing for the new potential post-ban standard. Let's see who's on. Send them over to Strider Zone. Alright, thanks everyone for stopping by. I'm going to wrap this one up. If you missed any part of it, I will have it up on YouTube by tomorrow. So you can catch everything there on my YouTube channel. Everything we play here does get archived onto YouTube. So you can catch it all there. Appreciate everyone stopping by. And let's go check out what Strider's playing. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.